If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host Mark, and today we're just going to catch up on all things G.I. Joe and some little stuff about this channel. So first off, as some of you may have seen, over the last, I would say, week, the channel's really blown up, and we have gone from 600 subs to over 1,000. I guess these G.I. Joe videos and speculation has really resonated with some of you guys out there, and I super appreciate it. Every single person that has commented, liked, subscribed over the last week. You guys are amazing, and I am just absolutely blown away. So thank you for that, and thanks to subscriber MN, just in case he doesn't want his name out there, for being the 1,000th subscriber. You, sir, rock, and I really appreciate it. We are going to do a giveaway. I ordered a figure yesterday that I do not have personally in my own collection, and it's going to come in probably Saturday or Sunday, and then on Monday I will do a video letting you guys know how you can enter to win that figure, because we're going to do a giveaway to say thank you guys so much for getting us over that 1,000 subscriber milestone. That's absolutely incredible. So past that, it has been a pretty wild week in G.I. Joe for G.I. Joe collectors, and so let's get right on to it. What I wanted to do is I wanted to take a look at Hasbro Pulse. If you guys are not taking advantage of these Power Day sales, you really should. If you're a Hasbro Pulse member, you put in Power Days 35 at checkout, and you'll get 35% off of your order, which is pretty much almost getting, like, I mean, it really takes like $25 figures down to like $18, $17, $18. If you're not a Hasbro Pulse member, then you can still take advantage of the sale. You'll just get less of a discount. It's Power Days 15, and you'll get 15% off of your order. But let's check in on that HasLab and see how it's doing. It's almost at 14,000 backers. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, the HasLab is slowing down. People are backing out. It's not doing very well. It's doing great. Okay, for it to continue to get almost another 1,000 backers just coasting along here in this middle period is absolutely fantastic. This is not a disaster by any means whatsoever. I fully believe, I mean, we're like 105 people away at this point from being 14,000, which is pretty close to 16,000. I think that, you know, we're going to be unlocking Glinda, and then when they show that next figure, who I firmly believe is going to be General Hulk and not Airborne, then I think we're going to cross over that 16,000 mark. I think we're going to hit 19,000. I'm going to bet we're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 21,000 backers when this thing is all said and done, but that's just my opinion. Now, why do I say that I am pretty sure it's going to be General Hulk and not Airborne? I know Airborne is a good second choice because he was on the original box. I know Airborne is a really good second choice because his name and role fit. I'm a little hesitant on the gunship gunner because it's kind of redundant to call somebody a gunship gunner. Like an airship gunner, a boat gunner, you know, a ship, something like that. But having the word gun in there twice is a little off to me. But the reason I think, honestly, there's two main reasons why I don't think it's going to be Airborne. One, to me, Airborne is too close to Ripcord. They're almost the same style of character. They're both paratroopers. I don't know. To me, they're too similar of a character to put in the same HasLab. And secondly, the His Tank ended with a major commander. And that's why I really honestly think that the Dragonfly is going to end with a major commander. And who better else than a different version of General Hulk? Because I know that the other General, the regular classic General Hulk that we all know and love, we know has already been announced for the main line down the road. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, and we'll find out in 24 days, 15 hours, and 3 minutes whether or not I am. But let's take a look at the figures that went up for pre-order this week, because it's been kind of a roller coaster. First off, I know a lot of people are freaking out that the Snow Serpent is sold out on Hasbro Pulse, but I do believe if you go to BigBadToyStore.com and check out their featured pre-orders, you can see that only for $1 more, he is still readily available in Big Bad Toy Store. And I also believe that if you were to go to Amazon, same price as Amazon as Hasbro Pulse, and he is still available to pre-order. So everybody can calm down a little bit. There are still places to get the Snow Serpent. But what I wanted to do today was I wanted to take a look at some of the photographs that are being used, because I think there are some little hidden things in the background of some of these that are pretty interesting. I know that people like to poke fun that I take a long time to get to the point. My wife would agree. I do talk a lot, but I'm sorry. I get excited when I get on here and I start talking to you guys about toys. So one of the things that I wanted to mention was, if you can see here with the Snow Serpent, it does look like his webbing and his straps and pouches and everything are a dark, like gunmetal gray. But if you look at the very final pictures here, you can see that they are clearly like a dark blue color. And so I really appreciate that. I know there were some complaints that the original had blue webbing and pouches and everything, and that we wouldn't be getting that in this figure, but I think we are. I think some of these glamour shots, they play with the color to make it look a little more cinematic, to make it look a little more dramatic, but I think, here just straight up showing the figure off, it looks like we're getting the blue. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting, because we do know that they hide stuff in these promo images or the packaging art. This picture in particular really caught my attention. I really like this image. I think it looks great. But what's really cool about it is that if you notice, like the whole focus, of course, is on the Snow Serpent. But if you look at the shadow on the ground at what he's aiming at, it's a helicopter. Probably a Joe helicopter, right? And I think that's a really nice nod to the HasLab Dragonfly. I think that's really kind of neat that they snuck that in there. I almost wonder, like, when they were taking these promo shots, if they didn't know particularly when the Snow Serpent was going to come out in the year, and if it would come out before the HasLab or after the HasLab. And maybe they were like, hey, let's sneak this shadow in there, and let's, this may be a little nod to something that's coming down the road. Maybe if this was supposed to come out before the HasLab was announced, who knows? But I thought that was a neat little thing that they hid in there. I thought that was really cool, and that's really neat. Going back to, let's see here, Grunt. Grunt was one of the ones that also had a nice little, not really something hidden, but just something that I noticed, and I think that they called this out in that Lenny and Emily called this out. I'm trying to find a good picture of it, but here we go. So just taking a look, I know that Grunt can also be kind of like an army builder, but if you look here, you can see that his name, of course, is on his chest gear. So it says E4, which I'm assuming is his rank, Graves. And so while this is an army builder and you can put the other helmet on and have like a different kind of Steel Brigade type kind of helmet, you are going to have to either like get some acetone or some nail polish remover and remove the name from there, or just paint over it with white, or paint over it with a dark green, and just make it blend in with the webbing and everything. I thought that's cool that they put it on there, but also for an army builder, I kind of wish they would have just left his name off. And then there's one more thing hidden in low light that we need to take a look at. And somebody brought this to my attention on Facebook, and I thought it was really neat. And it has it has sort of like raised a lot of questions, and so let's take a look at this. And that is on the front cover of Lowlight's packaging, we have right here in the bottom left corner, right here, this looks like, at first glance, it looks like it could be a computer, like a laptop, a portable like field computer. And so a lot of people were like, oh, this is mainframe's confirmed. Or somebody then said, oh, what about dial tone? It could be dial tone. But if you look down here on the branch, on the tree, you can see that those are not keys on a keyboard. Those are some sort of like components. I don't know. I don't know what these are. They look like they're not gold, so they can't be gold bricks. But there's a couple sitting out on the tree branch here. So I've heard somebody mention that it could be Chuckles, and like this is part of the armory that he's going to come with, and these are clips. They don't look like gun clips to me. I don't know what these are. I don't know if they're supposed to be gold bricks that were just not painted for this photograph, so it would, further add to the mystery of what this is. But yeah, we don't really know what this is in this bottom corner of the package. So this is a good time for speculation. What do you guys think this is? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's have a conversation about it. And because you guys have some great input, and I've read every comment. I've tried to respond to every comment you guys have left me in the last few weeks. And so I would love to talk to you guys about what you think this is on the front cover of Lowlight's package. But that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please hit us up over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.